So I also wanted to work in a new graduate residency.
So much experience. Okay. I'm so jealous, I swear.
You will get there. Soon it will be 2020 and you're like, oh my gosh.
Are you listening? Nurse Pass. Beast mode. Grinding. Yeah.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Brad, back again with another video with the amazing Kati Kleber.
What's up, guys?
You will find her information down in the description box. I recommend you go check her out highly. But what we're going to talk about in this one is I got a question from a subscriber literally like a few days ago, and they were asking me, graduation is coming up. It is about time to begin looking for jobs. I know that you just recently graduated, you went through this process. What is the actual roadmap? What was the process from beginning to end of you beginning to apply for jobs and then you actually getting hired on and starting to work? And so for me, I'll go first. While I was in my senior semester of nursing school, the application process for this big new graduate academy began in, I want to say September. It was in September or maybe October that we submitted our initial applications. I want to say September. And then in October, we did the actual interviews. And it was at that point in time, in October, bear in mind, I'm not graduating until December. It was in October that I got hired. And of course, it was a pending hire. Mm-hmm. You have to pass the NCLEX first. But it was that early that I had gotten hired on. So then we fast forward to December. I graduate, I walk across the stage. January is when I took the NCLEX, passed the NCLEX, and then the academy started in February. So that was kind of my timeline and my roadmap. And it's going to vary from where you live and what kind of hospital you're applying for, or if you're applying for a hospital at all, and what the programs look like. But that's kind of the deal. You apply for my situation. We applied for jobs while we were still in school. We got hired while we were still in school. Of course, we didn't start working until we actually passed the NCLEX.
And I like that you graduated in December. I graduated in May. So then people on both tracks kind of get an example.
Right.
So I graduated in May of 2010, so I also wanted to work in a new graduate residency.
So much experience. Okay. I'm so jealous, I swear.
You will get there. Okay. Soon it will be 2020 and you're like, oh my gosh. Okay, so anyways.
Sorry.
So in December, I'm graduating in May. In December, I was working in the previous summer, I did a internship between my junior and senior year, and I decided, hey, I really would like to try to work at this hospital. I heard they did a residency program, and residency programs are kind of new. They were even newer then, and so I was told that this application process started in January. So in December, I got my stuff together. Like I updated my resume, wrote a cover letter, got all that kind of stuff together, because that's not something you can do real quick, especially if you've got had a couple jobs, you got to pull in references. That's not something you can do the night before.
Right.
So I got that stuff together in January so that when the application process started, I got that in December. When the application process opened in January, I applied first day. I had all my stuff and I applied. I didn't hear a peep until April. So I went from January.
You didn't hear anything that time?
Nothing.
Just sitting there racking your nerves.
Yeah, I'm like, man, I think I had good references, and they don't want you to call, because they don't want people calling and stuff, and so I didn't hear anything till April, and like Brad, I had to put that I didn't have my license yet, which was nice about the new grad applications and openings, because they know that.
Right.
If you just apply to some random job, if you don't have your license number to put in, they sometimes don't even let you submit.
Yeah.
So that's kind of nice about the new grad. So I didn't hear anything until April. And then they called in April to set up an interview for May. So I interviewed in May. I walked across the stage May 8th of 2010. And I also had my interview around then. I got a job offer, or I got 3 job offers, but I got those 3 job offers in June, and I passed the NCLEX in June as well. And then I started our residency program, started in July. The first week of August is when that started. So what they wanted at this hospital, and a lot of hospitals will say, hey, all our new grads are going to start in August. All our new grads are going to start in February to give enough time for those people to graduate and to pass their NCLEX.
Right.
Because you know it's a contingency hire. You're only hired. You're hired, but if you don't pass NCLEX, you may not keep this job. We're not going to wait a year for you to pass the NCLEX.
Right.
So that was my kind of roadmap. Now we both did residencies, which we highly recommend. I've gotten a lot of emails that was like, so I'm having a hard time finding a job. Like if you wait until you graduate, don't wait till you graduate, y'all. You may be waiting months and months to
Definitely
get a
gotta
job.
be proactive about
You have to be proactive. You can't I know that mentality, like let me just get done with one thing first and then I'll do the next thing. But you may be waiting months to get a job, and you probably won't get in a new grad residency program.
Right.
Which if you have the opportunity to do that, I can't tell you how important that is. That first year is challenging, and if you have the support of a residency program, that is just invaluable during that period of time.
Yeah.
So if you so just highly encourage you as you're doing that senior year, that last year, really take a look before that last semester starts. What are my opportunities in the area that I want to live? What are the requirements for the application? Because we were just chatting about it. I know some people that have had to apply for jobs and do a video application aspect of the new grad residency. So they didn't even get an interview yet. They got to get their iPhone out and they got to do a little video. Couple tips for you for that is make sure that you're not looking down the whole time. Because when you don't do video stuff and you get on FaceTime or whatever, a lot of people like to look down and look around and look at the camera, look at the camera, and then be cognizant of what's behind you. Don't leave things. I'm just going to say things back there. Just take a look at what's in your camera and see what's behind you. Just highly recommend you doing that. Be aware. And research that stuff beforehand. Like I said earlier, this stuff you can't get together the night before.
Yeah.
If you're someone that likes to wait and there's too much to do a little bit. Hey, I'm gonna get one reference. Hey, I'm gonna write the first paragraph of my cover letter.
Yeah,
hey, I'm
definitely.
gonna figure out when the heck I had that one job and what the address is, like piece by piece, so you're not overwhelmed the night before.
Yeah, because it can be especially difficult for people, especially when you have your final semester of nursing school. You've got all of the workload, everything that you have to do.
The NCLEX.
You don't want to drop the ball right there at the very end and not walk across the stage. And then, of course, NCLEX prep.
Oh, my gosh.
It's a lot. It's doable, though.
It's doable, but man.
Like she said, break it down piece by
challenging.
piece if you have to, man. Whatever you have to do to get it done. But that's kind of the roadmap, and I hope that was helpful for the subscriber who asked that, because it is kind of a vague process for a lot of people who are about to be graduating. You know, what's the timeline look like? How do I apply? When do I apply? Things like that. Hope it was helpful. Again, Katie's information is in the description. I suggest you go check her out. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video.
Thanks, guys.
Peace.